Justin Bieber and Diddy. Another resurfaced video that's going viral again. And allegedly, this was after Justin Bieber dropped his Yummy video, which allegedly a lot of people think it's about Diddy. I don't know, here it is. So see, somebody said this interview was after he dropped Yummy. Diddy found out it's about him, and he definitely knew. Which, who knows?
Me and my family, we both just are so grateful that you and I get to stay home and be with our loved ones and be with our family while they go in day and day out and do what they do. So I appreciate them, and I know that that's your same heart as well. So
yeah, no doubt. Those are great words. I feel when I'm listening to this. I know you respect the long time. I feel the Lord speaking through you when you speak nowadays. And your words really mean a lot. And shout out to the healthcare workers. Shout out to you and Haley.
Bro, why is he shaking his head like that?
And absolutely, I'm so honored to be on this call. You know, I respect you so much. I always have, always will. What you've done to this planet, who you are, and what you do for your family is something to be commendable. And people look up to you all around the world. So I just want to say thank you for your encouragement to me. Obviously, what you mean to the world is so special, but obviously to the Black community and what you're doing right now, I just want to say raising awareness for the Black community.
Okay. I don't think he's happy to be a part of the family.
My security and stuff were coming into the room at night to check my pulse. Like, people don't know how serious.
Here's the scoop. You won't believe what the Simpsons might have known about Diddy and Justin Bieber. Rumor has it that some serious gossip is swirling around these celebrities, and it's not exactly flattering. It seems that this iconic animated family has a knack for predicting the future, and they may have done it again. But this time, it's not just a playful jab at politics. We're talking about some deeply shocking secrets from Hollywood. Is The Simpsons acting as a celebrity drama crystal ball, or do they have insider knowledge we're not privy to? Either way, this story is about to get messy. This tea is so hot it could change how you see your favorite stars and that beloved yellow family.
I just want to say, I know a lot of people want to hear these stories and everything like that, because this is stuff that happened back in the day. And then maybe that if they knew there was going to ever be a YouTube, or they knew there was going to ever be social media, a lot of the stuff probably wouldn't have got played out like it did. But things happen, and these are just stories from the past. I would like to use that as, what you call that, just to clear the facts up what's going on. But it all started, we was in Atlanta. And this story starts when I'm with Puff, and he's in exotic bookstores, and he's doing shopping, right? He's shopping, getting his stuff and everything like that. So, you know, this is the first time I was ever in the exotic bookstore with Puff. So, you know, I'm giving him his space. He's taking things off the shelves and stuff like that, because they gave him a brown paper bag. When they gave him a brown paper bag, he was just putting stuff in there. So I said, damn, you know, he got to go put it on the counter and, you know, show everybody what he's getting. So as he's going, I'm just looking at the places where he's picking stuff from. So there's one part he picked up some things from up here on my left side. And then he picked like quite a few of them down. I'm like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there, and it said butt plugs. And I was like, hey, yo, I was messing with him. Because people don't understand, you know, we was like friends. He was a part of the same gang. So I'm still gonna tease him. I'm still gonna mess with him and everything like that. I could do that. It wasn't just no security thing. So I say, yo, what are you getting this for? and it said butt plugs, and he was like, yo, can I do my shopping by myself? I said, yeah, you can do it by yourself, brother. And he started walking and everything like that. When he got I just waited at the counter. When he got to the counter, he didn't even have to show the guy nothing. He just gave the guy a wad of money. I mean, like, he gave the guy a stack, something like this. And Puff wasn't the dude that carried no 20s and no 50s and nothing like that. And I mean, like, he just said, boom. And we walked out the store. So we had to leave Atlanta and go to North Carolina for a show. You understand? And it was him, this rapper, Sarah, and this other girl. We all got on a G5 jet, and we flew to G4 jet, and we flew to North Carolina. So later on that, I think that afternoon, same day, this rapper and him, they all in the room together. You know, it's Sarah, the girl, Puff, and this dude, this rapper. So I'm here at the door and stuff like that, like, yeah, so then next thing you know, somebody rang the doorbell. We had the presidential suite where we was at. So I opened the door and the dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? He said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He said, he busy doing what? I said, he with Puff, they're in the room, they busy, they don't want to be bothered. He said, well, I'm going in there. I said, bruh, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothering them. He was like, yo, I don't care, man, I'm going in there. That booth like that. I said, yo, bruh, Jesus Christ had to come down here and take the air out of my body before you get in that room right there. Watch. He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed him and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, G, that's my cousin. He know me well, you know, and Puff was like, yo, G, what happened? I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. He was like, Puff looked at Ja. He said, yo, Ja said, you ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on. So I was like, oh, he said there was a lot of freaking going on. So that was basically that story, man. You know what I'm saying? They went back in the room. Dude felt a certain kind of way, and he left out. So I seen them at the concert the next day, and they tried to, you know, form up against me. But my man Frank was like, I told my man Frank, I was like, yo, Frank, put yourself in that position. Somebody trying to get in the room, and Ja told you don't let nobody get in the room. What would you do? Now, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do, man, but you know I ain't taking no losses. Yo, you good, and that was it. Bro, when Ja said, you don't want to come up in there, a lot of freaky stuff is going on. You got to use your mind. What they was doing with those butt plugs.
Hold on. What if I told you that The Simpsons may have revealed this tea years ago? We're diving deep into a cartoon sequence that's giving off some serious deja vu vibes in relation to the Diddy and Bieber drama. How did those iconic yellow characters know? And what else might they be hiding? Let's take a trip back to season 23, episode 11, titled The Duo Network. In this episode, there's a scene that has everyone buzzing. It features a young pop star getting cozy with an older music mogul. And Honey, the cartoon pop star, has that unmistakable Bieber swoop and a purple hoodie, while the older character is rocking a look that screams Diddy, from the shades to the bling. They're in a recording studio, and the way the older figure is standing so close, touching the young star's shoulder, is giving off major creep vibes. Now here's where it gets really eerie. This episode aired back in 2012, long before any of the accusations against Diddy and Bieber came to light. But this isn't the first time The Simpsons has pulled a prediction stunt like this. Remember when they depicted Donald Trump as president years before it happened? Or when they foresaw Disney acquiring Fox? The list goes on and on. It seems like this show has a crystal ball, and we're all just trying to keep up.
The Sean Diddy Combs investigation. New surveillance video shows Combs being taken into custody in a Manhattan hotel last week. Our senior investigative correspondent, Aaron Kotursky, is at the scene of his arrest. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning to you, Robin. This is the hotel where Sean Combs was arrested a week ago. You can now see how that arrest went down. This morning, watch how federal agents took Sean Diddy Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. They place Combs under arrest and lead him out the front door in handcuffs. His lawyer said Combs had come to New York 2 weeks earlier with the intention of turning himself in. He did not expect the agents to be waiting at his hotel last Monday night.
Why doesn't the government want him to turn himself in? Because then they can't ask for detention. So they go and they arrest him. They arrest the guy who came to New York to turn himself in.
1, 2, 3.
A day earlier, Combs seen out and about in New York with his family, seemingly in good spirits. Combs has pleaded not guilty to racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and prostitution charges. At the center of the case, this 2016 video obtained by CNN that depicts Combs attacking his then-girlfriend, the singer Cassie, and then dragging her back toward a hotel room. Federal prosecutors said the video is powerful evidence of how dangerous the hip-hop mogul could be to women, part of why 2 different federal judges denied him bail.
This has to be 100% culture shock. I can't imagine living a lifestyle of the incredibly rich and famous and then going into this very dark, impersonal, cold, austere facility.
Combs, who lived in this $50 million Miami mansion, is now in an isolated unit of a federal jail in Brooklyn known for miserable conditions.
The special housing unit is a 24-hour lockdown unit, which means that any movement within that unit is controlled and coordinated, and no inmate moves outside of his cell without being in full restraints, to include leg irons, handcuffs, a belly chain, and at least 2, if not 3 staff members escorting them.
Now let's circle back to the Diddy Bieber situation. I get chills from the parallels between the cartoon and real life. The older character is discussing investing in young talent and shaping the future of music. Sound familiar? That's the same kind of language Diddy uses when talking about his proteges. Meanwhile, the young cartoon star is all wide-eyed and innocent, soaking up every word, just like how Bieber was when he first burst onto the scene. It's as if the Simpsons took a snapshot of the hidden dynamics in the music industry and projected it right onto our screens. But here's the million-dollar question. How did they know? Were the Simpsons writers just exceptionally good at reading between the lines of Hollywood gossip, or do they possess some insider information that the rest of us aren't privy to? The streets are abuzz, suggesting it might be a little bit of both. Many of the show's writers have connections in Hollywood. They've worked on other productions and mingled with industry insiders at parties. It's not far-fetched to think they might have caught wind of the behind-the-scenes antics happening in the music biz. Let's be real. The whole older mentor-young protege dynamic in the entertainment industry has always been a bit suspicious. Even if The Simpsons were merely satirizing this trend, folks are nonetheless shocked by how accurately they captured so many specific details.
When they did that raid, you understand, what they did was, prior to the raid, they reviewed that civil lawsuit. And that civil lawsuit told, Cassie's civil lawsuit was LeRon had already did it. LeRon hadn't did his yet, did he? Did LeRon do his lawsuit before the raid or after the raid?
Oh, before.
Yeah, so what they did was they reviewed both of those civil lawsuits and found that there was some criminal activity in those lawsuits. We spoke that on Art of Dialogue. We spoke about that on your show. I said if they really wanted him, all they had to do was review those civil lawsuits. And once they find the criminal activity in those, they could bring him in. Now, did the Federal Bureau of Investigation in Miami do it? No, they didn't. Did California do it? No, they did not. The Southern District of New York, they took it upon themselves and put on that raid and everything based on the information they found in Cassie lawsuit and the information they found in Lil Rod lawsuit. But all this is bigger than Diddy. It's bigger than Diddy, bro. Because you know who else they was doing investigation on during that whole time period? It was the mayor and the politicians in New York City. They turn around and give him the key to the city. All the mayor people that he brought on here in New York City are all resigning. They all resigning. People ain't gonna tie this together, but if you look at it, you have to say, because of Mayor Adams and his relationship with Diddy, it brought on the Southern District of New York to start investigating Diddy on civil lawsuits that was put against him. Because the feds is going after all these politicians in New York City.
You might think The Simpsons just stumbled upon some juicy tidbits about Diddy and Bieber, which is cute. But what if I told you this cartoon has been peeling back the curtain on Hollywood's darker side for years? Trust me, it goes much deeper than you think. Let's connect some dots because things are about to get real. This show has been serving up piping hot Hollywood tea for decades, and we've all been sipping it without even realizing it. The Simpsons didn't just happen upon the Diddy-Bieber drama. It's like an open secret that no one wants to address. Yet, The Simpsons have been unapologetically laying it all out there. Remember that episode where they depicted a washed-up child star living in a cardboard box? Or how about that fictional boy band with a creepy manager? It seems like they've been trying to tell us something all along. The entertainment industry has always had that creepy uncle vibe, with older executives and stars getting a little too cozy with young talent. The Simpsons writers might have some serious insider info. They could be attending all those Hollywood parties where whispers circulate, witnessing all the shady happenings, or they might have friends in high places spilling the details.
Yeah, the feds revealed that, anybody that, participated in any, criminal behavior at his freak off, they're going to pursue.
Listen here. The mayor here take like 15 spoons of sugar in his coffee. So it's all a possibility.
Do you think it's any celebrities on those tapes?
Bro, he gave celebrity parties. So what you think? I think they're not telling the whole truth, is that because of the situation in Miami and the situation in California, and they closed the clubs like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. and something like that, that Justin and Christian was bringing big vans of girls and people back to the mansion and giving parties and stuff like that. And a lot of those stuff was their parties. A lot of that shit was their parties. It wasn't always Puff parties. It was his son's parties.
Good point. They said some of these freak-offs will last for days.
That's where they're gonna get him on the sex trafficking thing. Especially like if he was traveling and doing it. That's where the sex trafficking come at. That you hiring sex workers to come and have sex with your girl? That's crazy. That's some Hollywood shit that I don't even know, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. But they also claiming that, Diddy, he'll give ecstasy to his victims to keep them obedient.
Then they have to bring those witnesses in there. That's gonna be something hard to prove. Unless Lil Rob or Cassie state that was something that happened. That's how the prosecutor's gonna prove that. They got a ton of evidence that they gotta try to prove, bro. A lot of that if you read it, it could be circumstantial. You know what I'm saying? But they gotta have witness to back it up. You just can't say that happened based on somebody's lawsuit and what the words that they're saying. They have to have witnesses in there And I think Puff lawyers is going to be smart enough to attack that.
Right. And they claiming that Diddy, he was blackmailing his victims because he had videos from old freak-offs and he was using those videos to get his victims to do another freak-off. So,
if he was blackmailing people, especially people that work for him, see, this is what it's going to get him at. See, people think that, those people work for him, or those people, if they was artists and they worked for him, or they were engineers, or they anybody that worked for them and stuff like that, your boss cannot blackmail you to do nothing. If you do a sexual act or you doing anything, your boss, if he have you doing those things like that, then he could be liable for suit. Because you're not doing it willingly. Because that individual is your boss. So psychologically, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody say, that when somebody has something over you, could determine your job, your career, your livelihood. That's somewhat of a blackmail if they holding stuff that they've done, that you've done in the past, over your head to make you continually doing that stuff now. That's where he loses at. Because some of those people work for him, or he was a part of doing something. They was part of doing something for their.
But this is where things start to get really eerie. What if The Simpsons is more than just a cartoon? What if it's a hidden code that reveals Hollywood's dirty laundry right before our eyes? It seems like they're using comedy to conceal the truth, and it goes far beyond just grooming. The Simpsons has tackled a wide array of Hollywood topics. I know what you're thinking, but it's just a cartoon, Chile, and that's exactly what they want you to believe. Take, for instance, the episode featuring a movie star who turns out to be a robot. Could that be a metaphor for how some celebrities are merely manufactured products controlled by their teams? Or consider all the moments when they depict stars having meltdowns or getting caught in scandals. It's almost as if they're giving us a behind-the-scenes look at what really happens in Tinseltown. The Simpsons can leak a ton of information without facing lawsuits or censorship. Let's be real. This isn't the first time a TV show has been accused of knowing too much. Remember all those conspiracy theories about predictive programming? Some believe that certain shows are designed to prepare us for actual events. But The Simpsons goes above and beyond. They're not just predicting the future, they're exposing the present. It's like they're holding up a mirror to Hollywood, revealing all the unsightly parts we'd rather not see. In light of this, fans might need to start paying closer attention to our favorite yellow family. Every joke, background detail, and seemingly random narrative might not just be for laughs. It could be concealing some crucial truths. The Simpsons may also be shining a light on Hollywood's true heroes. Characters who appear strange and eccentric could actually be well-intentioned people trying to affect change from within.
Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher. I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me.
You're probably wondering how Diddy will be affected by all of this. You think you know your favorite celebrities, but wait. The streets are ablaze with reactions to these outrageous claims about Diddy, Bieber, and their connection to The Simpsons. This tea is about to go from simmering to boiling, and nobody is safe. Public relations teams are scrambling to distance themselves from these celebrities, and social media is exploding with hot takes. Some stars are playing it cool, acting like they're oblivious, while others are completely shaken, canceling appearances and going radio silent. Yet, a few brave souls are beginning to speak up, suggesting they've witnessed some shady dealings in the industry. Fans are torn, standing by their idols to the end, while others feel deceived and are questioning everything they thought to be true. It's like discovering that your closest friends have been lying to you for years. But here's where it gets serious. If these claims prove to be accurate, there could be serious repercussions. We're talking legal issues here, not just tour cancellations or sponsorship losses. For Bieber, this could mean jail time and a potential flame-out of his career, which would explain a lot of his previous behavior and troubles. For Diddy, it could spell the end of his empire, with all those businesses and influence disappearing in an instant. The stakes are higher than ever, and the fallout could change the landscape of Hollywood as we know it.
It was a surprise to me, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, when you see Puff, it's kind of a surprise, but like I told my brother, man, you know, he was telling me he don't think Puff gonna get locked up. I say, bitch, they got Chapo. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling you earlier, they got Chapo. They can put Chapo under the ground, they can hire Puff. But it's just long overdue. Like, for a while, it made me kind of question, like, man, you know, it's to the point where it felt like they forced the feds to do their job. He forced the feds to do their job, because if they didn't do it, everybody looking at them like, what, do you motherfuckers exist? You know what I'm saying? Like, he done got away with too much, but you gotta understand this, right? A lot of stuff Puffy going through, and I don't wish bad on him. Like, before this transpired, I had a lot of hatred toward him, but it was about financial reasons. When it comes to this subject, it's very sensitive to me because there's a lot of victims in here. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's still somebody's father. You know what I'm saying? So, but we make our own bed, man. And for a long time, a lot of people, I want him to understand that a lot of people was hurt because you couldn't live your truth. Everything he going through right now is because he couldn't let go. He couldn't let go having a position of power over street niggas, and also being who he is. The more who he was, he had to show more aggression. That's like when I sucked my thumb. When I grew up, the reason people might think I'm tough is transpired because when I was in the places sucking my thumb, I knew I had to go extra hard for you to know not to play with me. You get what I'm saying? Like, it made me turn it to somebody else because you might take a perception of me sucking my thumb. You might think I'm soft, you might think I'm gay, anything, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like with him. If people know his secrets, because believe one thing about it, you know, and that's with all these rappers. Somebody know your secrets. You might be you and Puffy get, you know, because Puffy, I can imagine he approached these guys who going through financial situations, these rappers who get themselves start making a lot of money, then when things don't be hot no more, you fall back on people like him. He prey on you. And what he do is he offer you things to keep up a lifestyle. You can imagine Puffy, Playboy. Yeah, Playboy, don't worry about that, man. I can get us, come with me to the island, Playboy. Come chill with me. Won't be no security guard, no nothing. Won't nobody know about your business. Hey, don't worry about that. I'll wire that, Playboy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, it's a lot of rappers out here that got secrets because they fell into those situations with Puffy. And I know this personally. Like, I know personally, but like I said, a lot of stuff that I know, like I knew a lot of stuff that came out this week we was talking about. I was like, man, I been knew that. I been knew about the girl that came out. She was just afraid to tell her story for a long time. Like I knew, when you're in the circle, like the band is like a, you know what I'm saying? So things that transpired in their band, because they work with people that we work with, you know what I'm saying? It gets back to us. And not only that, I done been on the phone call and hear people explaining their situation, just crying about, you know, a situation. And it only gonna get worse. Like I was telling people, like it's hard to say because I don't want to spoil what's coming up. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say this. Like I said, it gets deeper and deeper, and the more that come out, the more intriguing the story gonna be. All I want to tell people is, when that Netflix series come out, it's a rapper coming out with a Netflix series. I won't say no name. I don't want to spoil it for him. I'm not a friend of his. I don't want to, you know, spoil something he got going on. But I will say this: he's doing a phenomenal job, to the point where I was in awe. You get what I'm saying? I was presented the opportunity to work with him, but you know, like I said, the money wasn't enough for me to leave my couch. But He's doing a phenomenal job, man. There's so many people that's hurt behind this. There's so many people that it's guys that that can't come out because of their image. You know what I'm saying? That'll make your eyes go like, whoa. I know about the slams, the Stevie J's. I know I'm in a circle. I know about y'all. Y'all confirmed. You don't got, but see, even with Stevie J, when you got secrets out there of a lifestyle and the lifestyle you really living, it's a community out there that really know you. You can't hide from them. You can come play tough to us because we don't hear nothing about it. We don't hang around the same crowds. They know you. They know what you and Puffy was going on, not just Stevie J, I'm just saying anybody. If you're in that community and you trying to hide something, you can hide it from the street dudes and the thugs and the regular, but they know you. And that's what a lot of rappers is facing. That's why a lot of them can't defend themselves. You hear them, they be, they can't really say no because they know somebody know you. Somebody know for a fact. Somebody was there with y'all. Somebody he confided in, like as a best friend. You know what I'm saying? That know these rapper secrets. You can imagine being propositioned by Puffy like that though, right? Like, you f***ed up. And he could fly you to a private island and get rid of the security and give you, wire you $1 million or 20. Or make sure that you get this endorsement deal. That's how easy it is for him to gain leverage over people. Come on, man, you got $1,000 waiting. What, 10,000, 5,000, some shit like that? Who you? My boy, that's a lot of back busting, you hear me? That's too much. I was like, wait, what? It's like you ran a chain of operation, you got an operation of just back busting. Like, what are y'all, like, it's not, bro, you 50. Can you even get up that much, bro? Like, you that turned on? Like, bro, baby oil? People use baby oil and shit. Well, see, that's a whole nother situation. That's a whole nother community. They got their own love. I was like, baby oil? I was like, what baby oil for? What do you rub each other down, getting shiny and shit? Then it hit me. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. My boy was loose with it. But no, man. Prayers to Diddy, man. Prayers to him, man. I don't want to kick him out. I'm just ain't that kind of dude. I'm getting mine. Like I say, vengeance is mine, said the Lord. It's a lot of Bible passages that pass through this dude like that. Was it whatever in the dark shall come to the light? That's one we living out right now. It's one he living out more than us. Because for so long, you gotta imagine having that money and that power, secrets. He's literally assaulting men. You get what I mean? Like, it may be common nowadays, but for a man to walk up and slap your ass or let me get your number or come to my hotel room, that's not normal. I ain't never heard no shit like that in my lifetime for no man to approach you like that. And he's done it several times. I just pray for his daughters, man, and all the people around him who was protected for so long. You gotta come outside right now. Stevie J, you still wanna fight? You still wanna fight, Stevie J? To put up Notre Dame dudes. You still wanna fight 50, homie? I don't think so. Now, y'all, you know what I'm saying? And that's why, back to what I was saying about, that's why they act so tough. They act so tough because they know there's whispers about them. So when I see you in person, I gotta show you, I'll f you up, I'm a gangster, I'm this and that. That's an act, man. Real gangster can see through all that shit. All I say is Puffy should have just lived his life, man. You still could have been on top of the world, enjoy you. It's a world full of love. What's wrong with you living in a world full of love? Even if you loving men, you full of love, bro. You ain't gotta try to come over here and maintain a character that force you to be a monster. Cause you want to be on top, you want to control monsters, you want gangsters to respect you, you still want to be able to slap a nigga in his mouth. You can't do.
This situation isn't just about Diddy and Bieber. It could unveil the darkest truths of the music industry. We might be on the verge of witnessing a cascade of celebrities being exposed for their shady activities. But let's take a moment to consider how we fans are supposed to feel about all of this. It's like discovering that a cherished childhood memory was a lie. Should we continue to support these celebrities, or is it time to turn our backs? What about all the music and movies we love? Will we ever be able to enjoy them the same way again? And then there's The Simpsons. If they really knew about all of this, will we start watching every episode with a magnifying glass, searching for more hidden messages? Will the writers face criticism for not speaking up sooner? Everything we thought we knew about fame, talent, and the price of success is now being called into question. On the flip side, perhaps this is the wake-up call the industry desperately needs. It's like we're peeking behind the curtain for the first time, and it's not pretty. Maybe this will lead to better protection for young stars, greater transparency, and a new era of accountability in Hollywood. Or perhaps it will simply make everyone a little less starry-eyed about celebrity culture. Either way, we'll be side-eyeing every mentor-protege relationship in the industry from now on. Things will never be the same.
And I knew about this stuff, but you can't prove it, and it's not my job to try to bash public, because I was coming from was a place of hate. So everything I said would have been taken, but I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. You go back to my old interviews. All this stuff that's coming out right now, I'm so happy. It's more. It's more. But I'm so happy it finally came out. A lot of stuff people don't understand Puffy endured. A lot of stuff Puffy went through as when he was younger. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Like I say, when this DVD come out, y'all check it out, man. We watched the icon fall, and a lot of people don't understand. It's like a changing of the guards. That's all it is. Like, they stayed around, they played the game a little too long, and this is how God works. It's like hip hop is independent. The music is independent. The owning of your masters is independent. It's a new changing of the guard. And all the old parasites are just falling off one by one. Because they never had talent, they just leashed on to the talent. Let me tell you what Puffy was, what a lot of them is. They mediators, what they call them, mediators, right? Where you gotta they go-betweens. So you got the Leos who scared to approach the thugs like that. But Diddy from that world, so I could intermediate, I could get percentages from negotiating and making this deal, but you gotta give up that butt. You gotta give up that butt and royalties. And I can change your family life. You know why? Because he had to give up that butt. People don't understand. That's the reason. That's why it's the reason Puffy don't want to give nobody, any artist he deal with, he'll tell you, I'll make it hard for you. I had to do this. He wants you to endure what he endured. And I felt bad in a sense because he was only trying to feed his family. You get what I'm saying? And he became a victim, and it turned him into a monster just trying to hide his own secrets and not living his truth. And now he in prison just from all this comes from one man not living his truth. I swear to God. Had Puffy just been who he is at heart, it might have been a few jokes. We joked about RuPaul. He's still the boss. You get what I'm saying? I feel bad for the people that got hurt trying to hide their secrets. All the people that have been victimized, all the people that have been put under the influence so they don't remember certain things because of who he is. And as long as you're under the influence, it ruins your credibility of speaking about anything. So I can understand why he probably kept drugs in the party. You get what I'm saying? All this behavior falls in line behind one thing, trying to hide secrets. So now you gotta use this to cover that. And now this makes you cover for that. And it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. It never stops. It's a cycle. That's why I don't live in fear. I don't hide secrets. I'm not scared of nobody. I don't do none of that. I live for God. Man, you live that way, your ass ain't gotta worry about nothing. You know one thing that's crazy to me though, because I know him, is me picturing them in the cell. And that shit made me feel a little bad. That's the only thing. Like, I don't like the nigga or whatever. I still got love for the nigga. You get what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be in here right now if it wasn't for that dude. Regardless of what, it was 40,000 people. He had to hear something from me. He had to hear my talent. He had to pick me out. He had to learn my personality. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't always easy to deal with me every day too. They used to have shit on the motherfucking refrigerator. We had like notes of what people, when people come in the house, they'll know, you know, what to deal with or whatever. On the notes, they'll be like, let Fred sleep an extra 45 minutes. Like, this nigga is, like, cause when I woke up, you know, I had a bad attitude and I used to get up or whatever, but they done did too much. They did a lot to help me get well, I ain't gonna say where I'm at in life, cause really it's like, where am I? I'm 40, I don't own the properties or nothing, you know what I'm saying? And people don't understand, oh, why you blaming Puffy? I'm not blaming Puffy, I'm blaming Puffy. I can't get time back. I dedicated my time to a situation to provide for my family, which I'm talking about when I was into it. I never went home like everybody got to go home on the weekends. I was the furthest away. So I was really dedicated to changing my situation. I was really dedicated and showed love to a person who I felt like, in the end, what I learned was only playing with us, and it made me react a certain way. That don't mean I hate him.
Let's take one final sip of this tea. The Simpsons have been unearthing Hollywood's dark secrets for decades, and they may have had an inkling about Diddy and Bieber's situation long before it became public. This isn't just about making predictions for the future. It's about exposing what's been simmering behind closed doors. Are these iconic yellow characters truly psychic, or do they have insider knowledge of Tinseltown's most sinister secrets? It feels like more than just a stroke of luck. If this tea has you feeling a little shaken, you'd better hit that subscribe button because you won't want to miss what we uncover next. The Simpsons serve as Hollywood's conscience, revealing all the chaos we prefer to ignore. But what's the real truth behind that yellow curtain? Are they foretelling the future, or are they simply shining a light on the reality that's already unfolding?